Hey everyone, this is Tom with Fresh Vintage Garage. Today we're checking out a brand new smoke machine, Autoline Pro Ventus smoke machine. Looking at the icon here, you may be wondering why the icon diagnostic smoke machine is up here. If you haven't seen our video on this, definitely check it out. We'll leave a link for this video in the description of the video you're watching now. But we have this up here because it needs a few things to run. It needs 12 volts, so basically the car battery of the car you're going to diagnose, and you need compressed air, so you're either using shop air or you're dragging the air compressor out. I mention all of that because the Ventus here has a built-in rechargeable battery and, believe it or not, a built-in air compressor. So it is pretty much a fully self-contained unit. So we're going to do a few things. We're going to actually open this up. We're going to tear the open here paper right now. And then we're going to go outside and use my own car. We're going to check for some exhaust leaks, and we're going to check for some intake leaks. To get started here, let me pop this open. And while I open this, this is a really nice unit, very affordable unit. Let's see what's actually in here. I believe if I do this, there we go. Okay, so while I'm opening this, this comes with a very nice storage case. This is the actual unit here. Like I said, it has I didn't actually find the battery size, but this will run for up to 5 continuous hours, they said, when it's fully charged. And it has a built-in air compressor. Looking at the front of it here, you have your flow and your actual fluid level. So really nice to see those. Let's just look up here. So we have that. Nice to see. And pretty well built. I mean, it feels solid. On the back, it is USB Type-C, so that's nice to see. Nice feet here. And we did want to note that this comes with a few things. It comes with some accessories. Obviously, this box is much larger. There's a whole host of different accessories in here. These guys, they do sell optional accessories. In here, we have our actual flashlight with the battery. This is our smoke fluid here. And this is our hose. The reason we were mentioning the actual optional accessories, then we're going to pull some of these out of here, and we'll ID what we actually pull out of this box to tell you what the Icon versus the actual Ventus type setup is. In this actual box, we have a few cones. This is a 2-in-1 cone kit, so for more of your common stuff like some intakes, definitely want to put these into an exhaust just to check an exhaust leak or something like that. But let's go ahead and we're going to plug this in, and then we're going to go outside and use my own car. I want to see if I can find any intake leaks and exhaust leaks. Let's go do that right now. Hey everyone, wanted to mention our website, scantooldepot.com. Whether you need a scan tool, TPMS equipment, ADAS equipment, battery chargers and testers, smoke machines, and a whole bunch more, definitely check out scantooldepot.com. So we are outside here with my 2005 CRV right here. And we just wanted to show you a few more quick things on this that we didn't show you downstairs. So this comes with a hook, and it says this faces inside, so the hook goes right here if you want to screw it on and hang it on the car somewhere versus sitting it on the car. But this thing's pretty cut and dry. We have the smoke chamber. Just pour it in here. We pour it at maybe a little over half. This is still half full, what I should say. Quick note, this thing smells like there's no smell. It's odorless. And I say that because compared to the Icon, it kind of smelled like burnt wax birthday candles, which sounds weird, but breathing it in, both Jay and I got a headache from it. So this stuff's odorless. It's on my fingers and I smell nothing. So it's really cool that it's odorless. But once you pour in the correct amount, you can see, we didn't fill it up that much. So right now the power's off. The second time you push this button, the first time is smoke, but the second time is actual air only. And you see how that ball jumped. Let me turn it off, and I'll show you this again. So this is a flow only mode. And if you stop and think, like, you're only putting air out with the air compressor here, so that if you have a small leak, say in like a vacuum line, like a pinhole leak or something, or an exhaust leak where you actually have a big, massive flow. Let me turn this off so it doesn't do something silly. You actually can see how much flow, how much of a leak you have, so to speak. Before we hook the smoke machine to my actual car, I wanted to show you the cones and the plugs that come with this. This is everything that's in the bag that's in this box. So these are the 2 plugs. That's one of the smaller cones. And then you can see these get progressively larger, and they're kind of stacked in each other. But these are the cones, and this will actually allow you to turn one into a plug if you're trying to like one by one plug off like ports or something in the intake or the overall engine when you're chasing down an evap leak or something like that. So we have the hose here, and it's pretty long. I mean, that's about as wide as my arms go, and it's that long and longer. So this little end, you just have to pop it in the same spot you poured the smoke liquid in. Pops in there very nice and cleanly. On this 05 CRV, what I did is I actually found this sensor. Forgive me for not knowing exactly what this does, but I managed to pull it out of the intake here. And so we're going to, carefully push this in there until it seals. So let me do this. There we go. Just like that. That's pretty sealed in there. And so I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to go into push once. That's smoke mode. I'm going to go into air mode, and you can see how that jumped up. So I'm kind of wondering maybe there's like a valve open in the engine or something, to where there's a huge volume of air pushing down into the actual engine. But what I want to do is I'm just going to turn this on smoke mode. So it's on smoke mode right now. You can hear the smoke gurgling, the liquid gurgling. We're just going to let this sit for a couple minutes. And fingers crossed we see no smoke coming out of the engine, because that's the ultimate goal here. But we'll let this run for a few minutes, and then if we find any smoke, we'll show it to you. Using the supplied flashlight, this is an actual Autoline Pro Ventus light that comes with the smoke machine. I'm not seeing anything yet. We'll give this a few more minutes, and just to show we're not pulling your leg, I'm going to do this real quick. It's definitely putting smoke in there, so I'm just going to squeeze that back in there, and I still don't see anything, which is obviously a good sign. But we'll let this run for another couple minutes, and if we see any smoke, we'll definitely show you here. So a quick update here. You can see that we're still pumping smoke in, and what you're actually seeing here is the smoke's actually coming in and filling up the actual air box where the air filter is. And this is the tube, the fresh air plenum, where the actual air comes in from the atmosphere. So the smoke is built up so much that it's coming out of that right now. I'm not actually seeing anything, which I'm happy to report. I don't see anything actually leaking on anything on the intake side here, except for that there, which that's kind of obvious that would happen. But what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this and put the car back together, and then I have a sneaking suspicion this thing may have an exhaust leak, but I'm not sure. So I want to definitely use this on the exhaust and let it run for like probably 10 minutes and fill the exhaust up to see if we can see any leaks. But let us put this back together and we'll get set up for that exhaust test. So real quick, for full disclosure, Autoline sells stuff like this, but this is not included with the actual smoke machine kit we're showing you today. This is a little pump up device that close that there we go. This came out of the Icon kit, so just full disclosure there. But knowing that, we're just going to slide this in here and then pump this up. See, it's got a nice tight fit. And then this side, just actually use this as a bypass, and it just goes right through this guy into the exhaust. So we're just going to turn this on, and we'll give it about 10 minutes, and we'll see if we see any smoke under the car. So it's been about 10 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and turn this off. And let me show you the exhaust. I will make note that I had exhaust put on this thing not too long ago, so the welds are pretty clean. But I thought it had some kind of leak, and after looking here, I just don't see any obvious signs. So we're going to go ahead and give the exhaust a clean bill of health. So wrapping up here, the Autoline Pro Ventus smoke machine. Let me turn it off here. This is a solid unit. I mean, I really can't say anything bad about it at all. You're getting a great value here. The fact that the battery's built in, the fact that the air compressor is built in, is kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. It's a really light, simple, easy-to-use unit. If I was going to say one thing that I don't like about it is it comes in this cool box, and this cool box it's really nice, but in a shop situation, this is not going to last long. It needs like a real case, like a plastic case, that can get scratched up and beat up, because this is probably not going to live more than a few months in a shop if this thing's getting used every single day. But we'll leave the link to this in the description of the video you're watching now. We'll also put the actual Icon diagnostic smoke machine video link in there too if you want to check it out, if you're interested in that one. But I can't recommend this thing enough, and definitely check it out. Make the informed decision if you are a shop and you're looking to potentially purchase something like this. With that, if you like shop equipment, if you like scan tools, if you like keeping your cars certified fresh and on the road, Fresh Vintage Garage is your channel. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.